And our other top story this morning, one of the most wanted terrorists in the world is in custody this morning. A fugitive in the deadly Paris attacks was captured in a gun battle in Brussels, believed to be hiding there for 4 months right under the nose of law enforcement. He is a big piece to this puzzle in terms of who else could be responsible. And ABC's Alex Marquardt is where it all went down. Alex?
Good morning, Paula. That 4-month manhunt came to an end right here at this house where Salah Abdeslam had been hiding. You can see the ground floor has been boarded up after the police raid. The police had been scouring this neighborhood and finally found Abdeslam just a few hundred yards from his family's home.
Gunshots rang out as heavily armed SWAT teams moved in. This cell phone video showing residents running for cover. After 4 months on the run, one of the most wanted men in the world finally cornered on a quiet Brussels street. The man in the hooded sweatshirt, believed to be Salah Abdeslam, dragged to a waiting police car, seeming to limp after being shot in the leg. 26-year-old Abdeslam is the so-called 8th attacker, the only surviving terrorist of November's deadly attacks that left 130 dead across Paris. The French citizen grew up in Belgium in the now infamous Molenbeek neighborhood, a childhood friend of the alleged Paris mastermind Abdelhamid Abaoud. On the night of November 13th, he drove the car carrying the suicide bombers to France's biggest soccer stadium. Abdeslam also rented the car that dropped off the ISIS attackers at the Bataclan Theater, where the American band, the Eagles of Death Metal, was performing. Authorities believe Abdeslam planned on carrying out another attack that night, but got cold feet and called 2 friends in Belgium to pick him up. When they stopped at a French gas station, surveillance cameras snapped this image. The 3 were stopped near the border, but were allowed to pass into Belgium. Abdeslam's family claimed they didn't know where he was and urged him to turn himself in. Belgian authorities launched a massive manhunt focusing on Molenbeek, conducting more than 100 raids and arresting 58 people. Meanwhile, Abdeslam's friends told ABC News he was trying to get to Syria, worried that ISIS supporters in Europe were unhappy he didn't detonate his suicide vest that November night. But then on Tuesday, a break in the case. A raid on this house turned into a shootout. 1 man killed by a police sniper. 2 others escaping, one of whom may have been Abdeslam, who reportedly jumped out the back window. Inside, his fingerprints, a cache of weapons, and an ISIS flag. The net tightening, the police zeroing in, and 72 hours later, they had their man.
Abdeslam was released from the hospital this morning after being treated for that gunshot wound to the leg. He was arrested with 4 other people, including 3 family members from this house. Belgian police will interrogate Abdeslam today, but France's president has already called for his extradition as soon as possible. Dan?
A lot of potentially valuable information to come from him, perhaps. Alex, thank you.